Hi there. Here is the continuation of Princess's Protector. But before we start, if it's okay with you, please support me in my story writing, like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Lace a Story, and I will appreciate it. Thank you very much. It was 4 a.m. in the kingdom. Young Zaius was still crying over the death of his parents. But in a few moments later, the sadness was replaced by anger at the king and a desire for revenge. Zaius looked seriously as tears flowed from his eyes and said, "Don't worry, my father and mother. Even if I grow up, I will never forget what the king did to." In the middle of the forest, the poor woman Luna walks to get some herbal plants for her sick husband. But while searching, she did not expect to hear a baby crying from a distance. She wondered why a baby is crying there. And to know if it was true, she listened carefully to it and followed where it was coming from. And as she walked into the deep forest, she was shocked to see the baby in a tree. She immediately felt sorry for the child and immediately took him. Poor baby. Who is the heartless person did this to you? Or who is the one responsible for this evil thing? From now on you will be mine. I will take care of you and love you. You are my child now and I am your mother. And I will call you by the name, Jethro. And Luna decided to take the baby home. 8 years later, Luna's child Jethro grew up as a kind and obedient child. Even though he was not given a prosperous life, his mother gave him a full of love. But his father John is always abused him. "What are you doing, kid? Didn't I tell you to get some firewoods in the forest, so that your mother can cook and I can eat? You're useless." But every time Juan hurts Jethro, Luna immediately protects him. "Don't hurt him, Juan. I told him to take some rest because he's been fetching water for a while." But John got even angrier and they could do nothing but cry. But young Jethro will not lose hope that someday he and his mother can get out of poverty and leave the abusive father. He wants to achieve his dream of working one day in the kingdom of Nyclena. So, the main protector of the princess, Lehi, who also trains children on how to be a warrior, is the one Jethro admires. "Someday, I will be like him. I will be the princess's protector. I will have a lot of money and I will give it to my mother." Lehi is kind and he trains Jethro. "You're great, Jethro, and you'll be great when you grow up. Thank you, teacher Lehi. I want to be like you and I'll do everything to protect the princess." Lehi smiled and said, "But before that, you'll need to protect yourself first. Practice well to be a strong and a brave young man." Meanwhile, in the castle of Nyclena, Princess Alona also grew up beautifully and a cheerful girl. King Nihor and Queen Eslita loves her so much. She loved to dance, which is admired by many, especially the young Prince of Zota, Prince Ladi. "You make us proud, Princess Alona. You are very good at dancing. We're so lucky because we have a beautiful princess like you," said the king and queen. Princess Alona hugged them. "Thank you very much, my dear mother and father." Then Princess Alona said goodbye and she wanted to take a walk. The king immediately called Lehi. They went to the forest riding with horse. And unexpectedly Jethro saw them. Lehi introduced Jethro to Princess Alona. "Nice to meet you, dear princess," Jethro said. The princess asked Lehi to get some flowers for her in the distance. And after Lehi left, Princess Alona immediately begged Jethro to ride on the horse. But Jethro refused. "No, princess, Lehi will definitely get angry and we might get hurt." But the princess insisted and still rode the horse. Jethro did nothing but ride as well. A few moments later the horse suddenly ran and they immediately fell to the ground. They were both hurt. Lehi saw them immediately worried about them. "Don't do it again," said Lehi. "I'm sorry Teacher Lehi," said Jethro. But the princess say, "It's my fault, not Jethro. I'm sorry." Lehi, on the other hand, said that he would keep it from the king and queen so that they would not be reprimanded. And after that happened, Jethro and Princess Alona became friends. They also often meet at the fruit market when Lehi goes shopping with the princess, and Luna sells fruits with Jethro. Jethro, can you promise that we will still be friends until we grow up? The princess asked. Jethro replied, "Promise Princess Alona, we will be friends forever, until we grow up." And they smiled. It was afternoon when Luna and Jethro were walking home. Wan immediately saw them and very angry. "Why are you late? Where's the money?" Luna was scared and she gave all the money. But Jethro got angry and said to Wan, "You shouldn't have taken that. We worked so hard, you're the real useless and arrogant father." John got even angrier and say, "You have no right to reprimand me like that because you're just adopted." They were stunned. Jethro was shocked and looked at his mother. "Is that true, Mother? Am I adopted and not your real son?" Jethro asked. And John say, "Luna, tell him. You just saw this boy on the branch of a tree in the forest when he's a baby and his real parents abandoned him." Jethro couldn't believe it. He burst into tears and then ran away. Luna was also dumbfounded and cried. On a high hill, Jethro is sitting with a sad face. Luna approached him. "Forgive me, son, I didn't tell you right away," she said while crying and hugged Jethro. "Don't cry, my mother. I'm not mad at you, but I'm very grateful to you, because you didn't leave me. You took care of me and gave me so much love. I love you so much, my mother. Jethro, you're still my only child. I love you so much." Do you want to know what will happen next? Subscribe for more and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.
If you take